Julie students, yesterday we have discussed effect of intensity on the photoelectric current. तो उसमें एक चीज हमने ये डायग्राम यहाँ से ये हमने डायग्राम प्लॉट किया था इंटेंसिटी वर्सेस इंटेंसिटी I वर्सेस फोटो करंट तो we get a straight line like this. This straight line shows that intensity is directly proportional to photocurrent. Here we can see that photoelectric current directly linearly varies with the intensity of the incident radiation. Now and then after that we were discussing the effect of potential on plate A, that is on this plate, the effect of potential on the plate A with respect to the cathode C on the photoelectric current. Then एक ग्राफ मैंने बनाया था उसके लिए भी let me draw it again. This side, this is the potential to plate A. Plate A with respect to C, plate C. And यहाँ पे हमने करंट लिया था फोटो करंट. तो एक चीज हमने ऑब्जर्व किया था बच्चों, when the potential of the plate A is zero, even at that time we observe a small current in the emitter. तो उसके बाद यहाँ से जो ही हम potential of the plate A को increase करते हैं, that means we are making it more positive with respect to the cathode C. That we get that the current linearly increases till it becomes saturated. At a particular voltage, it becomes saturated, and after that, the current will remain constant. यहाँ पे हमने intensity use किया था सबसे पहले intensity I1. The intensity of our radiation was I1. Now I'm making the potential of plate A lesser. That means we are now decreasing the positive potential of A. That means we are decreasing it from this point, this stage to the negative side. We are decreasing the potential. So the current in the emitter will also decrease like this. And when the potential of the plate A becomes zero, current will reach at this point. And if we further decrease the current, if we further decrease the potential of plate A, the current will also reduce like this, and then automatically it will, this current will become zero when the potential of the plate A becomes equal to V0. And what I said yesterday is this V0 is the stopping potential. This is called stopping potential, or we can see sometimes we call it as cutoff potential. This is cutoff potential. Now I will use the second intensity, that is intensity I2, without changing the frequency of the radiation. This is important. I am not changing the frequency of radiation, just I am changing the intensity of the radiation. Let us suppose the second intensity I2 is greater than I1. In that case, similar graph, we will get a similar graph like this. First, when the potential of plate A is zero, we are actually just repeating the experiment that we have done in the case of intensity I1. Now we are incident intensity I2. So at potential zero, we will have a current amount of nearly about this much of current we will observe in the emitter. And if we increase the potential of plate A, that means we are making it more positive with respect to cathode C. The current will also increase, and a stage comes then after that the current remains constant. Now this is I am plotting for the intensity I2. Now similarly, if we are decreasing the potential of plate A, then current will decrease. It will come like this, and then if we further decrease the potential of plate A, then it comes like this. The current will reduce and it becomes 0 at this stopping potential V0. Similarly, we can plot for the intensity I3 like this. This is for intensity I3, so I'm using different color here. This is intensity I3, which is greater than I2 and I1. The current, when now in this time, if we decrease the potential, the current decreases and automatically the current becomes 0 at this stopping potential V0. So when the stopping potential of the plate A, that is plate A, the potential of plate A becomes equal to V0, the current flowing in the circuit will stop. That means the energy with which the electrons are emitted from the metal surface, the energy, that means I am saying the kinetic energy. So electrons are emitted from this metal surface, that is the photosensitive material, with different kinetic energy. So at this potential value of the potential V0 given to the plate A, it repels all the electron reaching at this plate A, because we are making it negative. Since from this point we are giving negative potential to the plate A. Therefore, this negative potential, that is the negative potential, will repel this electron. So it is actually working against the kinetic energy of this electron. So it will not allow any electron to reach at this plate A. Therefore, the current becomes equal to 0. When no electron is reaching at A, the current in the emitter will become equal to 0. So stopping potential, ये मैंने कल आपको define किया था, is that potential, that is the negative potential given to the plate A, at which no current, we can say current becomes equal to 0 in the circuit. That is the value of the stopping potential. तो एक चीज यहाँ पे और एक हम देखेंगे, for different intensity the saturation जो level है वो सबका different है, but for all this intensity the stopping potential is same. That means the kinetic energy with which the electrons emitted does not depend upon the intensity of light. So the energy with which the electrons are emitting from this metal surface depends upon something else, not depend upon the intensity of the incident radiation. So this is one thing clear that I will conclude later also. But before that, let me to say one more thing, that when the incident radiation strike on this metal plate C, they are coming out with different, they are coming out from this metal surface with different velocity. That means we can say they are coming out with different kinetic energy. Some of the electrons are reaching at plate A even at 0 potential. When the potential of the plate is 0, even then some of the electrons are reaching at point A, because they are coming out from the metal surface with greater kinetic energy. That's why we observe small electric current in the outer circuit. But then what we did, when I increase the potential of plate A, more and more electrons are reaching at plate A, due to which we get linearly increase in the current. And then when at a particular stage of the potential of plate A, the current becomes saturated. That means if it is ejecting 100 electrons, let us take, if it is ejecting 100 electrons, then all the 100 electrons are reaching at this plate A at this particular voltage. So after that, even if we increase the potential of plate A, so the current remains same. Why? Because 100 out of 100, all the 100 electrons are reaching at plate A at that very instant of time. So even if we increase the potential of plate A, no current will be increased in the emitter. So that's why it remains constant. So this is known as the saturation. Current becomes saturated at this particular potential. So let me to now give you the definition of formula of potential difference, that is stopping potential, stopping potential, that is denoted as V0. So V0 can be written as this is equal to, actually V naught is the stopping potential. That means we are doing some work on this electron to counter the kinetic energy with which the electrons are emitted. So work done means, that means we have to multiply this with E, because we know that potential difference V is equal to work done upon charge. What is the charge in this case? That is the electron. So W can be written as, work done upon the charge can be written as V, that is the potential given to the plate A with respect to the cathode, into the charge of an electron. So you will get EV naught. In this case the potential is V naught, so you get here EV naught. This much of work is actually we are doing on this electron. So this is equal to the kinetic energy with which electrons are emitting out of this plate C. So that will be equal to 1 by 2 mV square, maximum kinetic energy. This is the maximum kinetic energy. So this is an important relation. You have to note it, or we can also write like this: V naught, that is the stopping potential, is equal to, this is the kinetic energy of the electron. So we can write it like this: kinetic energy, and this is the maximum kinetic energy. Maximum kinetic energy with which the electrons are emitting from the metal surface, divided by E. So you have to remember these two equations, जिस पे हम बाद में न्यूमेरिकल भी करेंगे इन दोनों के ऊपर. Conclusion of what we have done so far. So we have seen that all the electrons emitted from this metal surface are not having the equal kinetic energy. So one thing is clear, that the emitted photoelectrons are not having same kinetic energy. So they are coming out from this metal surface with different kinetic energy. Second, for the stopping potential, for a given metal and frequency of the radiation, the stopping potential for a given metal and frequency of the radiation does not depends upon the intensity of the light. Intensity of the light or radiation, we can write radiation. For different intensity of the radiation, we have the same stopping value of the stopping potential. So this is clear from these two points. Now next we will see what will be the effect on the photoelectric current when we change the frequency of the incident radiation. In the previous one we changed the intensity of the radiation and we see the variation in the photoelectric current. Now this time we are changing the frequency of the radiation, but we will keep the intensity of the radiation constant or fixed. So let me to write this one is our third point, in which we will discuss the effect of frequency on the photocurrent. So in this experiment we will keep the intensity of the radiation constant. So I will write here intensity will keep constant. Now I am changing the frequency of the incident radiation. So if we plot the graph, in that case we will get a graph like this. Let me to draw the graph. Potential along x-axis, similarly photocurrent along y-axis. Now let us suppose we are using a frequency, radiation of frequency nu1. Let me to write here nu1. Nu1 is the frequency of the incident radiation with its intensity equal to I. That will be remain constant during the experiment. So in that case, when the potential is 0, the current will be this much. This much of current you can see from the emitter. When we increase the potential, like we have done in the previous one, the current will increase initially and then it becomes constant. Okay, if this is the frequency nu1, I am plotting for radiation of frequency nu1. If I am decreasing the potential of plate A now, I am decreasing the potential of plate A, the current in the emitter will decrease. Okay, and it becomes 0 at a particular potential. We said this one is minus V01. I am writing here V01. This is for the first frequency. Now I am plotting it for the second frequency. Let us incident another incident radiation of frequency nu2 on this metal plate, and then we can draw the graph like this. At potential 0, this much of current you will observe in the emitter, and with increasing the potential, the current will increases. The current will also increase it, but it then at a particular state it become saturate. It become saturate. Now if you decrease the potential of this plate A, it will come like this. The current will decrease, and then the current becomes equal to 0 at a particular value of the potential of plate A. This is V02. V02. This is the stopping potential for the frequency of the incident radiation when we have used the frequency equal to nu2. So in this case we get a different value of stopping potential. That means the stopping potential only does not depend upon the intensity of light. It is confirmed. Now stopping potential depends upon the frequency of the incident radiation. It depends upon the frequency of incident radiation. This one is nu1. Sorry, this is the current. This is the intensity. That is the same intensity that we have used for all the different frequency. We are changing the frequency, but we are keeping the incident radiation intensity of the incident radiation constant during the experiment. So this one is nu1. This one is nu2. Nu2. This one is second frequency. Now similarly I can plot another for the radiation of frequency nu3. तो हमें ऐसा ही ग्राफ मिलेगा. It becomes saturate, and then if we plot it like this, if we making more negative given to the plate A, the potential, the current becomes 0 at this value of potential. That is, I am writing here V03. These are negative. So we see that the stopping potential for all the different frequencies I have used in this experiment, this is nu3, the stopping potential are different. So one thing is very clear, that the stopping potential depends upon the frequency of the incident radiation, but it does not depend upon the intensity of the incident radiation. That is very clear. Now let me to conclude it now. Conclusion. First point is we get different value of stopping potential, different value of stopping potential, for different frequencies, different frequencies of the radiation. जब हम तो यहाँ से एक चीज तो क्लियर हो जाता है, स्टॉपिंग पोटेंशियल डिफरेंट होने का मतलब है द काइनेटिक एनर्जी ऑफ द इलेक्ट्रॉन इज डिफरेंट. जितना काइनेटिक एनर्जी ज्यादा होगा उतना ही उसका स्टॉपिंग पोटेंशियल का वैल्यू ज्यादा होगा. दैट इज ये बहुत ही इंपॉर्टेंट चीज है, इसको आप लोग नोट करिए. स्टॉपिंग पोटेंशियल ज्यादा होने का मतलब यही है कि उस जो इलेक्ट्रॉन यहां से इमिट हो रहा है उसका काइनेटिक एनर्जी बहुत ही ज्यादा है. दैट मीन्स व्हेन वी यूज द फ्रीक्वेंसी nu3 का जब हम यहाँ पे रेडिएशन लगा देते हैं तो वहां से जो इलेक्ट्रॉन यहां से निकलते हैं उसका काइनेटिक एनर्जी सबसे ज्यादा होगा एज कंपेयर टू द अदर टू. दैट इज जिसका फ्रीक्वेंसी हमने nu2 लिया था और जो एक रेडिएशन जिसका फ्रीक्वेंसी हमने nu1 लिया था. तो दिस इज वेरी क्लियर. Let me to write the second information that we get from this experiment. So I will write here, higher is the value of frequency the stopping potential becomes more negative. We have seen in the experiment that if nu3, which is the largest, let me to write nu3 is the greatest, then nu2, and least frequency is the nu1. We have seen that higher the frequency of the incident radiation, more will be the value of the stopping potential. So stopping potential become more negative if we are increasing the frequency of the incident radiation. That should be very clear. Now third point, this is the third conclusion that we get, third information that we get from this experiment, that is kinetic energy of the emitted photoelectron depends upon the frequency of the incident radiation, not on the intensity of the radiation used, because we have seen that we are using the same intensity of light in all the three cases, but we have just changed the frequency of the incident radiation. So in all the three cases we have seen that the kinetic energy, the value of kinetic energy of the emitted electrons are different. That's why we have get a different value of stopping potential, because we know we have a relation we have derived in the previous one that V naught is equal to kinetic energy maximum upon E. kinetic energy maximum upon E. So if V naught maximum value of V naught means the kinetic energy of the electron is maximum. So kinetic energy of the emitted photoelectron depends upon the frequency. More will be the value of frequency, the energy emitted from the metal surface will have a more kinetic energy. So far we have done 3 experiments in this photoelectric effect. The first one is variation of photoelectric current with the intensity, and the second is the effect of potential of plate A with respect to the cathode C on the photocurrent. And in this third case, that we have seen that that is the change in the frequency of the incident radiation and the photoelectric current. This is what we have done so far. So I will meet you tomorrow with a new topic. Thank you.